everyone, I'm Carolyn Meyer. Welcome to TommieMedia's The Locker Room. The St. Thomas men's track and field team continued its perfect run, winning a 33rd straight MIAC Indoor Championship in the event's 33-year history. Conor White led the team, winning the long and triple jumps. He was also named Outstanding Field Performer. 4 Tommies went on to the NCAA Indoor Championship in Illinois last weekend, including heptathlete Conor O'Neill. Today I am joined by men's track and field coach Steve Mathre, senior Conor O'Neill, and sophomore Conor White. Thanks for joining us today. So coach, the team won its 33rd consecutive victory. How is the team consistently successful year to year?
Well, we have a saying that says that tradition never graduates, and it's something that we really believe in. And our well-balanced large team roster is able to balance itself well so that if one group has an off day or off weekend, another group, another individual will pick up from there. So it's just been a lot of great people doing a lot of great things over a lot of years.
Awesome. And Conor O'Neill, for the 18th year in a row, the men's and women's track and field team won the conference title. What differentiates the St. Thomas track and field teams from its MIAC competitors?
One of the biggest things is, he already hit it, we've got a large roster, we've got a lot of depth, you know. If people don't hit their points on top, if we're not getting 1 or 2, like Conor did, people are going to pick up the 6, 7, 8. They're going to scoop up points there, you know.
Perfect. And Conor White, what is the biggest difference between competing indoors versus outdoors?
I'd say that competing indoors is just earlier on in the cycle of the year. You're kind of still in a building phase. Obviously, we try and peak for indoor conference, indoor nationals, but outdoor, that's kind of when you're going to be able to hit your peak marks at the end of the year. Outside weather factors are kind of the obvious ones, but just being later in the year, nicer weather as you get going. So.
Mm-hmm. And how do you make those adjustments?
Kind of just follow what the coaches tell you to do. I mean, we have a great culture. We have a kind of a culture of excellence where everybody's trying to pursue the best versions of themselves, and to be able to be part of that. I mean, it's just watching guys like him, and I mean, Coach has been doing it. I mean, 38 conference titles. He's been 2-time Field Athlete of the Year. I mean, be able to see them do that, kind of learn.
Mm-hmm. And Coach, what are some goals you and the athletes have set for this outdoor season, and how are you feeling about the progress towards those goals?
Well, I think we're pretty healthy right now. Obviously, we set a goal to win an outdoor championship. We kind of tucked that away, and then we focus on the little things. It sounds a little bit cliche, but doing the little things that matter most. And then hopefully we'll be healthy again outdoors and in position to win another conference title. And then we want to move people into the national champions outdoors. We had some this indoor, but we want to have a larger number, and I think we can outdoors.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach. We'll be back after this short message.
Barbers learn the traditional techniques of barbering. We utilize straight edge razors. We do a lot of clipper cuts, a lot of tapering, fading. I've been in this location for 12 years. I have clients that have been cutting their hair since they were 4 years old. Get to have conversations with these kids, and it keeps me on my toes.
And now it's time for this week's fan question. Junior Chelsea Aiken was wondering, if you could race against anyone, who would that be and why? We'll start with Conor O'Neill.
That's a tough question. Immediately I thought I'd want to race against somebody great, like one of my idols, like Ashton Eaton or Trey Hardy. Those are the Olympic decathletes. But then obviously you'd get crushed by them, so you wouldn't want to race them. I don't know. I don't want to race somebody like this guy. Have good competition.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
I know the long jumpers, the 4 of us, we want to put together a relay team and compete against our actual 4x1. So, I mean, we're talking with Coach. We want to get that going for an outdoor practice. So.
Awesome. How about you, Coach?
We can make it a competition too. We can put you in a meet.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Boy, that's a tough question, but I don't have any specific answer for who to compete against. I just think that when these guys compete against the other MIAC schools, that's a big focus for us. And there's so many good athletes in this conference that we have good competition on the jumps and the throws and in the field events. And so it's anybody in the conference, I think, is what our people want to compete against.
Perfect. If you have a question, tweet it to @TommieMedia. Thanks for joining us today. The outdoor track and field season starts April 1st at the Hamlin Invitational. Keep up to date with all the latest sports coverage at TommieMedia.com. Thanks for joining us. With Coach Mathre, Connor O'Neill, and Connor White, I'm Carolyn Meyer. We'll see you next time in The Locker Room.